3 magic text. Again results now report by Michael Fiore, creator of the text your wife in your bed. Hi there, this is Marco. In this video, I'm going to flat out give you 3 magic texts you can use right now to powerfully shift the tone of your relationship and prove to yourself beyond the shadow of a doubt just how powerful this texting thing really is. Am I promising you that if you send these 3 texts your wife is going to pounce on you like a horny teenager? No. Though I've gotten emails from guys who says that's exactly what happened to them. But what I'm promising is, if you actually do this, you'll get results. What the level of results really depends on where your relationship is with your wife right now, how close you are, how well you communicate, how often you're having sex already. Depending on where you're starting from, you might notice a little bit more of sparkle in her eye, a little bit more of a smile, a little more gratitude, a little shift in the hips, and maybe you'll get a longer kiss when you walk in the door, or a little bit more affection when you crawl into bed tonight. How do I know? I know because I've seen the proof these methods work again and again and again, but for myself. When I was single and with my current long-term girlfriend, and for hundreds of married guys who have used my system. As I like to say, the system works so you don't have to. So try out the 3 magic texts. And then I'd be honored if you would give the full text your wife in your bed system a try. I get breathless success stories from guys just like you every day. Bet? The 3 magic texts revealed. Okay, let's dive in. To start out, I've got to make a big assumption, and that's that your wife has a cell phone and knows how to use it to send messages. If that's not true, you should skip ahead to the next section where I reveal a sneaky method on one of my customers came up with to bridge the texting gap with his wife, who had never texted before in her life. Okay, here we go. Step 1. The curiosity text. As I talked about in the May Toy program, curiosity is a phenomenally powerful tool for getting your wife's attention, or anyone's attention actually, and starting the texting conversation. In the Toy Black Book, I give you a whole bunch of curiosity texts to use, but for this little experiment, we're going to use one of my favorites. Here is the first text you should send to your wife. I can't stop thinking about. Pretty simple, huh? There's nothing overtly sexual or even really flirty about the sex message, but it's got a powerful pull on a woman's mind. Going to want to know what the heck it is that you're really actually thinking about. There is really only one response you could get from your wife in this case, and that's for her to say, about what? I recommend waiting for a response before sending anything else. If she doesn't respond, it's probably because she doesn't know how to use her cell phone very well or because she's busy. Step 2. The sexy and powerful text. Okay, now that we've gotten her attention, it's time to let her know that you think she is beautiful, sexy, desirable, and damn cool. Unfortunately, most women in our culture suffer from pretty wretched self-esteem. Everywhere they go, they are assaulted by images of models, actresses, cocktail waitresses, and skinny bitches who are trying to tell her how big titties, etc. In the text too, we're going to cut through a lot of the BS. Let her know how sexy and powerful she is and start to wake up her sex drive. Again, in the My course, I give you a ton of different options for doing this. You get assets text, past event text, and a whole bunch of others as well as the full method behind the system. But for now, we're just going to focus on something innocuous and easy. Remember, we're building an our last text, so originally you say, I can't stop thinking about. And she responds with some like, about what? Again, there is not much else she could have respond with, which is why I like curiosity text like to so much. Now you get to shock her and maybe bring tears to eyes. Seriously, be saying how beautiful you are, or your smile, or how gorgeous you looked when I left this morning. If you're feeling advanced and know, without a shadow of a doubt, what your wife considers to be her best features, you can also comment and does The key is to be as specific as possible. How gorgeous and clean your eyes are, or how amazing you felt lying next to me last night. If you are not comfortable with that, you can go for all the purpose response that makes it 1 week in the knees. In that case, you'll say, you, or, how much I love you. Got it? That brings us to step 3, planting the seed. Okay, so far we've used curiosity to get her attention and have used what I call it clean asset. Takes to give her a compliment and establish how much we want her. Again, we're staying clean at this stage of the game, so when you grab the full twice system, you'll see how shockingly easy it is to get things to much more passionate level really quickly. After your second text, she only really has one possible response, and that's to say, oh, thank you, or you're just saying that. In our third text, we're going to use two most powerful words in the world, and the principle of anticipation to put a huge smile on her face and have her counting down the minutes until she gets to see you again. Good, got it? Okay? So a little text conversation so far is something like, you. I can't stop thinking about. Her. About what? You. How beautiful you are. Okay, the little smile is optional. Don't care about that. Here, you are just saying that? You. I can't stop imagining what it's going to feel like when I see you again. Our words here is imagine and feel. I got into this in detail in the toy, but these are some nuclear power words for women and for men, but to a lesser extent. It's actually really hard for the human brain to read the word imagine without immediately imagining what is you really talking about. And feel appeals deeply to how women think about the sex and about life in general. To a woman, feeling is everything. Of course, you can mix it up if you want to. For example, here, you are just saying that? You. I am not. I can imagine how good it's going to feel when I see you tonight. Or, please listen, or, you. I can imagine how it feels sitting here and knowing I have to wait hours to see you again. And that's the magic text in a nutshell. Step 1, curiosity. Step 2, establish that she is sexy, wanted, attractive. Step 3, use an imagine text to have her thinking about the future and how great it's going to feel in the future. It's completely possible that she's going to want to keep texting back and forth with you at this point. If she does, you can either wing it, or you can grab Twibe at belovesolution.com/mywife. But the really important part is that say congrats when you get home that night. Welcome to her, look her in the eyes, see what happens. Quick note if she doesn't text. Just a quick note, if your wife doesn't text or doesn't know how to text, you really don't have to worry about it. Jim Thomas grabbed the Twibe system some time ago and wrote me a mail saying that his wife had no idea how to use her cell phone to send messages. So what did Jim do instead? He casually whispered the magic text and icebreaker text in his wife's ear. He then walked by and heard Kitchen and say, I can't stop thinking about. She'd eye him with a quizzical smile and say, about what? And then he followed up with, how beautiful you are. And just like the magic sparks came rushing back into her relationship. Jim then showed his wife how to use the text messaging on her phone, and kind of created a monster. Now he gets 5 or 10 texts a day from her, and they both seem, well, satisfied is probably the word.